Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, Herd37. So our last flight, we ended up down here in Lima, SPIM, although apparently it's now SPJC. And in this flight, we're going to leave Lima for Buenos Aires, SAEZ. It's around 1,700 miles or so. We're going to have to put in the waypoints manually, so I'll do that on the startup. I almost did this one right here, because this one, I want to get over to Rio de Janeiro, and this one comes right over to it, but then I would have to probably, I'd either have to fly it myself or get an AI pilot, and there's no AI pilots in the area, so they'd have to come all the way down here and move it over. So we're going to go over to Buenos Aires, because it's a base there, and I've got scenery for it as well, and it's not too bad. It's just that one actually pays money, 94 grand. Well, this one pays like 1,500 bucks, so it won't even pay for the fuel. So we'll lose a little bit of money on it, but we'll be at a base, and hopefully it'll eventually have something going over to Rio de Janeiro, because I think there's one coming back from it. I think maybe, yeah, but there's nothing going in the other direction yet. However, I'll go back to work tomorrow, so sometime this will regenerate some more jobs, because it just didn't with our plane there. Hopefully it will give us something over to Rio de Janeiro. But that's the plan. I've already got this thing loaded up and fueled up. A little over 2,000 miles worth of fuel. Right there, 2,053. Alright, let's pick a day flight. I'll move it back just a little bit. Not 10 o'clock. And with that, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. Let's go ahead and put that in steady. Turn that light on. So all of our lights are on. Let's take a look outside real quick. By the way, I'll show you this. I got my sounds working again. Apparently I disabled them in the FMC. So putting those other sound files like it didn't really matter, because I had it all disabled in the FMC. If you don't know how to do that, we can do it over here, I guess. Right there, aircraft, I believe. Yeah, I think this might be equipment. There's all this stuff. Let me see. It's not going to be in this, is it? Oh, here we go. So here's your altitude call-outs. So I got 2,500, 1,000. I don't really know what all ones you should use. That's why I turned off 400, 300. I think I'm going to go turn 200 back on. We'll get 200, 150. A lot of times 40 is left off automatically, so I left it off. 30, 20. And then we've got the minimums and all that stuff, so that should be good. Alright, so let's go over here to our FMC. And reference airport, so we've got to use SPJC. I tried messing with the ARAC cycle, but that didn't work, so put that in here. Alright, so SPJC is our order. We can't do the company route. Destination, Buenos Aires, SAEZ. Right there, and we're going to take off on runway 15. Alright, so let's go over to departures and arrivals. It is 15, like I said. I don't know the SIDS because I can't find the SIDS on the FS Commander for some reason. So we'll just put 15. And we're going to arrive. Actually, I won't do that just yet. Go over here to legs. So our first leg is going to be ASI. And it'll be this one right here. That top one is VOR ASI. Then I'm going to go SCO. And it is Pisco, the first one. Usually, I think it goes closest is the top one, the further I think as they go down. Now, I don't know how to put in the airways, and along the airways there's some other waypoints, so since I can't go on the airways like UL 550, I'll just put in TUC, and that will take us actually down the airway. There's actually waypoints in between there, I do believe, as well. Tuck, and it is Tucumon. Alright, and then W70 is the next area we leave out. So that's why it's 1,000. There's actually some waypoints in the flight plan before that, but that's only when you put them in the airways, so don't have to worry about that. Then it is Puber, Uber, and UL 550. We skip that and go to ROS, ROS, and it is Rosario. And UT 672 airway down to Malta. Right there. So I hate that, but I'm going to choose that one right there. Malta, then is down to UW24 down to SNT. That is San Antonio de Areca, or something like Arecha, something like that. Now I'm going to go over here. Whoops. Yeah, that was the right one. Arrivals, I'm going to take runway 11. And it is Sant 6A with a star. We don't have EZE1 or 2. Activate and execute that. Let's go over here at the legs. And we'll move that up. And I'll show you that this works. Show that, and we'll step through. Well, that's Malta SNT. Let me show you. It actually brings you all the way in. There's ASI as our first waypoint, SCO, and it brings you right down in it. So it works quite well. Alright, so let's go back up here. 0 fuel weight. Reserves will say 3. Cost index, let's go 80. I think we have enough fuel. We're flying southeast. I don't know if we should be on odds or evens. Let's say, I see it. It actually wants us to go quite high because we're so light. We can get up there. Insufficient fuel. But it'll have us on the reserves, huh? Daggone. I don't know how much of a difference this will make. Let's go to performance cost index. What if we move that down to 40? I'm not sure if that makes it. Moves up to 1.5. So it says insufficient fuel. I think what we can do is put reserves down to 1, and it will be all right. We can also do a derated takeoff. That'll help a little bit. Let's do an extreme derated takeoff because we're so light. Takeoff flaps, let's use 10, although we could probably use 5. We'll go 10. Trim 434. That's actually pretty close right there, so we'll leave that. You can see how slow the takeoff speed is. 112. That's not what I want. 112. And let's check out our approach speed. 114. Make sure that all looks good. 114 is a 119 and 128, so that looks good. Now it's down to 1.2. Alright. Parking brake coming off. Go ahead and push back. $154 is our heading. And I believe we said 41,000. I don't think we've ever taken a 737 up to 41,000. I don't know that they ever take them up that high. Flight director's coming on. TCAS is on. VNAV and LNAV. We should have pushed us back a little further. That's alright. Go ahead and stop right here. Taxi light coming on. Alright, let's go over to our runway. Is there a guy down there moving as well? I think he's stationary. Avianca. I guess we'll have to get behind him. That means more waiting. Burning more fuel. Avianca, you're moving quite slow. Heck on. It's like there's oil fires in the background, in the foreground there. I'm sure it's just factories. Alright, so that takes you right to the runway, so there isn't another taxiway. You can see the ground shifting. So we are in fact going to have to follow this guy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the ground shifting like that. There's a guy coming, it looks like he's landing. Well, there's some activity down here in Lima. We don't get that much. So that's a plus for being down here. Actually getting to see other planes. I guess we can speed up a little bit. Avianca is leaving us in her dust. Again, I don't know what kind of plane that is. I don't think that's a 777 because it's got the wingtips. I don't know if that's that Airbus. I can't remember the Airbus that competes with it. It's the A330s? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a 747 that's landing there or what. I feel like the mic keeps getting away from me. I don't know why. Move it around. Alright, flaps going out to 10. Minimums. There we go for the radio. See, we don't even have to really go all the way down to the end of the runway just because we're so daggone light. Hopefully we're going to have enough fuel. Hopefully that derated takeoff will help. Alright, so flaps are at 10. So everything looks good so far. I think everything is set. It's still a good little flight down here to Buenos Aires. It was 1,700 miles. It's no short flight. And a 737 could easily make that flight, obviously. I just don't know. Oh, that guy taking off or not landing? I just don't know that they can go from DC to Lima. I'm pretty sure they don't. That would be more like a 757, 767, I would think. They could use the 777s on them, I guess. I don't know how many 757s, 767s are actually used in the world still. Although I think they are still pretty good planes for companies, from what I understand. It's just this 777 is such an awesome plane. In real life and obviously on the sim. Everybody loves that 777 on the sims. The PMDG one, man, is just such an awesome plane. But you gotta learn how to fly it. Because when I jumped in it, I hated it. Like trying to land, I was always extremely pitched up and couldn't get the speed correct and everything, but you know, practicing on it and flying with it a bunch, it actually works out. Man, this thing just froze up. Alright everybody, cutting back in here. The thing FSX crashed. It said, I think AI player.dll or something, so I had to start it all over and type all that crap back in, and now we're down here, almost to clear the runway. Kind of weird though. Avianca is behind us now. Obviously not the same plane, but I thought that was kind of odd. I had it set me at runway 15, and it had us out in the grass pointed that way, so that was odd. So I had to get us back over here onto the taxiway. As you can see, there's a fence here. There's something definitely odd going on here. I don't remember any real problems with this airport before. But we'll just crash through the gates. You can see we're sunk down in the ground now. Very, very odd things going on all of a sudden. Alright, I wonder if that guy, does he have to stop at the gate or will he keep on coming through? It's kind of interesting. So it's 113 instead of 112. Everything's moved up by about 1 mile an hour because I couldn't remember exactly how much fuel it was, so I put in 38%. I think it was actually technically supposed to be 130, or I mean 37 point something. So I'd put it in at 38, and it's 1.3 when we get there. So it's pretty much the same. Landing lights coming on. Got the strobes. I don't see anybody coming. He may have actually stopped at the gate or something. Or he stopped, or maybe he wants to go that way. I have no idea. We'll get on the runway here. I hope I don't see anybody on TCAS. I need to make sure. I'm not sure if I checked TCAS or not. Yeah, we got some problems over here. Deck on it. Alright, stop right here real quick. TCAS is in fact on. I guess he's going to go through the gate. Just kind of curious on what he was going to do. Auto throttles. Let's go ahead and get this bird in the air. Airspeed is alive.
V1. V1. V2.
I'm pulling back hard, but the nose just doesn't seem like to come up lately. Alright, positive rate, gear coming up. It's been very odd. Flaps going to 1.
Traffic.
Can't autopilot yet. Alright, once flaps up, although we weren't climbing as we were supposed to. Trying to take a look around. Still doesn't want to go into autopilot. It really sucks. Go ahead and head off to the left. We've gone straight enough. A little too far. Alright, I'm pulling back on the throttle here. But she is in auto throttle, so that part is working. And now autopilot doesn't work for some reason. We're speeding because I don't have the nose up, so I don't quite know what to do. Well, that's odd. I don't even think I can get it in. She won't follow, will she? Because I can't get her into autopilot. Daggone it. There it goes. I have no idea why it didn't want to go. By the way, we're obviously speeding extremely fast. You see us kick that off. Here we go. I am really confused about what the hell was going on there. By the way, openLC South America, because I like to show scenery and stuff while we're flying. I couldn't show anything. Taxi light off. And you see she's bringing the speed back down. I should have been more careful at trying to fly the plane instead of just worrying about the autopilot, but I'm really confused what the hell was going on there. Let's take a look. I wonder if we screwed it just down to 1.2. Actually, and when did we land? 1915. So not quite 4 hours. Now she's bringing the engines back up. Let's take a look outside and see what she looks out here. Nothing but ocean out there. Those are the openLC textures, I guess. Can't see the airport way over there. Yeah, weird stuff going on with the plane and that airport. Maybe now that we get away from the airport, things will work better. By the way, hitting pause fixes some of those engine sounds. I always thought it was leaving the cockpit and coming back in, but if you hit pause, sometimes that fixes it. Move my range up a little bit. I think everything is situated now. I'm kind of thrown off on because the autopilot wasn't working. Alright, alright. Anyhow, we're well on our way. We've got almost a 4-hour flight. Going on up to 41,000. I think that's as high as we've ever gone. But anyhow, got a ways to go, so I'll go ahead and speed on up, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody's slowing it down to normal speed here. We're coming up on the decel. Point, descent path unachievable. That's never good. I've got it set down to 2200. This one says at 3,700 and 1.6 miles. That's completely unachievable. What in the world is going on? What in the world? Let's go ahead and put this out. Slow her down. Auto throttle's off. Vertical speed. Set 1800 real quick. There's the runway. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get to it. Landing lights on. Taxi light on. Some real problems with this flight, I tell you what. We got an overspeed as well. That's always fun. Which is no fault of mine. By the way, we don't have much fuel to really go around. 108. Set that to 113. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get down quick enough. Heading for the runway by 110. Yeah, this thing didn't get down quick enough at all. 10 miles out. That might be it right there, actually. Let's go ahead and put the gear down. That'll help create some drag to slow us down. Yep, there's the flash. Autopilot coming off. Plane is mine. We're not going to be able to do it. Heading select. And we'll set her for 3,000. Let's just go ahead and go around. Go autopilot. We can ease this up. 1,000 a minute. We'll come back around. That really sucks. I think it's, is it 290? Auto throttle's back on. Set to 150. Flaps coming out. We'll actually hold it at 170. Flaps out to 2. Yeah, we don't have much speed, man, or much fuel. I think we'll be alright, because it says actually 2.6, so we'll be alright. Because we're not going to do the whole go out way far and all that crap. Although we'll descend a little quicker here. I want to check something out here. LS 110.10, that is correct. 108.8. Alright, I'm gonna let her go down to 150 now. We'll head back onto the path there. I'd like her to get down a little quicker. By the way, we don't need that out anymore. And another thing that was odd, I had a problem. The left fuel tank ended up having a lot more than the right for some reason. So I put it on cross speed and cut off the right for a little bit to let them even out. So that's all taken care of. I'm going to drop that down to 2,500. Alright, auto brakes at 2, speed brake or spoilers are armed. I hope we're down low enough. I'll put that at 2,200. We'll start slowing her down here. It was 108, so 113. Flaps coming out. 130. Alright, we're at our 2,200. 110. Alright, so we're low, so that's good. We won't have any problems slowing down or anything like that. Switch over to localizer. There she is. You can barely make it out. Y'all probably won't be able to see it at all. Metric got her pretty low. Again, we are 10 miles out. Although it doesn't seem to have a glide slope on here. So I'm going to have to go up in the seats just to keep an eye on it. We're off to the right. Odd that it doesn't seem to want to work. We're on the glide slope right now. Alright, autopilot is off, auto throttle's off. It shows us being right on the path though. On the correct heading. Alright, let's get these flaps out. We need to get down. I need to reset my views. As we are too high now, but we will get slowed down. There we see a glide slope coming up now. Right there. I don't know why it wasn't there earlier. Flaps coming out. We're 1,700 above. Alright, we got one more notch of flaps. Let's see if we can't make this happen. Mute my mic for 1 second. Alright, I'm back and hands up back on the sticks here. We're at full flaps. Need to bring our speed down a little bit and get down a little bit. Alright, I don't want to descend too quick. feel like we're still off a little to the left, trying to fight it. We're a little slow. Man, I just cannot get up. We can see that wind, though. 15 knots, right to left. Obviously too high. You can see someone landing on the other runway. And we end up getting way too high. And fast. Go ahead and get on off the throttles. Whoa, whoa, you see that wind shift clear to the other side.
100.
And that's a bunch of BS. How can you do that?
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ugh. I mean, are you kidding me? There was a complete 180-degree wind shift all of a sudden. I'm trying to get it set up to crab it one way, and all of a sudden, boom. It's like, wind's going this way now. It's like, man, what the hell? That's a bunch of crap. I hate that. Literally 180-degree different. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I guess the buildings are over to the left. Oh, jeez. We got a huge American Airlines plane over there. I think he's on the taxiway. Landing lights off. And strobes off. Back to steady. Actually, I want to leave that one on. I keep putting that strobe steady in the wrong position. Strobe's up top. For some reason, I kept putting it on the bottom. Or I think it was on the bottom. Retract those spoilers. I don't know why, but for some reason it doesn't want to retract them themselves anymore. So I gotta do it. I've got it bound to a key. So that makes it easy. Stop the recording. Yeah, that landing was crap. We ended up getting way too high. I was afraid. I keep adding just a little bit of throttle because of the speed and everything, and even though we needed to get down, but then all of a sudden I noticed we were way too high, and it was kind of hard to do anything then. I've got this guy wants to taxi, but he stopped because he sees us, I guess. We'll come over to the left. I like that there's a lot of traffic, though. I gotta say, I really do like that. We won't hit him because we'll turn right here. No problem, land. We got you covered. We'll go over to number 10 right here. I can't get us slowed down. There we go. Yeah, and then I was setting it up to try and crab it, and then all of a sudden, a complete wind shift, which is just ridiculous. That close to the runway, what can you do? I don't know what to do to stop that. Kind of ridiculous. And when I set it all up from FS Commander, the wind was actually blowing directly into where how we were landing, so I had it set up perfect, and then of course by the time we get here the wind is shifted. Parking brake coming on. Let's get that taxi light off. Start up the APU. The reason is because I got to do the replay, and what keeps happening when I just shut off the fuel, I should have started the APU when we after we landed. But this thing keeps running in the background, so what happens is the daggone thing gets battery discharged. It has no power. Then I gotta sit here and start it all up myself and everything. So I just want to get this real quick. I see this should be on Gen 1 anyway. See, the APU is starting though. Yeah, I don't know how it's saying that we can even be on the APU generator. Well, I guess it's actually bad, but I'm not too sure about that. PGT coming down. Come on. See, battery discharge. I think I screwed up how I wanted to do that. There we go. That's more along the lines of what I wanted. Turn this off. Cut the fuel. Alright. Air hauler's got us, but we're still running the APU, but I'll get the engine started when we come back. It's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so it's still 100%, so the overspeed didn't hurt it. Which I'm glad, because it's not my fault with the overspeed. We were having odd wind things going on, I guess, when we were up high at 41,000. And then the plane would shake left and right a whole lot. I'm not sure what exactly was going on there. The plane was already at 91%, so we'll see what that overspeed did to it. The overspeed went on for a while, but air hauler only detected it for a short time, because we actually oversped twice for a while, but the first one it never picked it up. On the second one it only picked it up for a second or two, even though it kept on for a little while. I was afraid to click the auto throttles off, because on some planes, I know with PMDG ones, maybe it's the 777, if you turn off auto throttles, you can't get it back on. Come on, air hauler. What are you doing? It's like it's all locked up. Which would be the second time on this flight. Although FSX froze up the first time. Come on, air hauler, we're here. Air hauler. Jeez. Traffic generator. Cargo loading. It's like it's all locked up. Alright, let me manually close it down here. We'll try it this way. I don't know what's going on with you, air hauler. Let's go ahead and end it. Well, now I've got to end FSX. Oh, this better not have screwed it all up. Let's try it again. That better have not got say that we're back clear over at Lima. Alright, it says that we are there, so that's good. Let's go over here and do it this way. I'm not sure the last time I've ever seen it lock up like that. There it goes. Clear me from it. Not that it matters that much. But now we are over here at Buenos Aires. And we got credit for it. We're up at 98%. Although we only get credit now for 0.08. So, man, that's going to take forever to get up 2%. I'll have to use my AI pilots to get it back up there. Geez, 0.08%? Dang. 2 divided by 0.08. That would take 25 flights to get up 2%. I can't do that. Alright, Buenos Aires. Yeah, we're not going all the way over there. I'm hoping... See, it's got one going back to Lima as well, but it's so heavy we couldn't do it. We have our small 737 here too. Hopefully one will get over there though. To Buenos Aires. And then maybe, if I can do that, maybe I'd like to switch over to the 737-900. I have a feeling it's going to be, even if you're at, over here at Rio, I have a feeling it's going to be hard to get back to the U.S. That was kind of one of my thoughts about not wanting to not come down here. Just trying to get back. But we'll see what happens, because she'll regenerate some jobs here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our finances, because we never do that enough. It's because we have so much money and everything, it doesn't matter like it used to. But there's our current cash, $346 million. The company's worth almost $2.5 billion now. Monthly overheads, $5.2 million. Yeah, I've kind of been on a little bit of an air hauler kick right now. This is how it happens. Like sometimes I'm really an air hauler, sometimes I'm really an air hauler 2, or FS passenger, or FS economy. I've kind of gotten off air hauler 2 for a little bit. I haven't played that in several weeks, because I've been on air hauler a whole lot, a little bit on FS economy. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode, everybody. I hope y'all did enjoy it. I will catch you guys on the next flight.